your quarterback is
number 8, Jackson Thomas.
The Hector Wildcats. Hector has taken the ball in the first half, quarter. For catching. Matt,
Thanks for having us, Brad.
for Fordyce, Dominic Hammond. Ball is going to roll down to about the 31, 32-yard line, and that's where Fordyce will take over. So we got 10 minutes and 54 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. Again, we're trying to make sure we've got them on all platforms right now. Bear with us, and we'll try to have it here in just a moment. You see it on Cat Nation there, Wildcat?
I just shared it.
Okay.
It wasn't popping up.
Okay. All right. So we'll make sure everybody's got it as well.
It's on our Wildcat Nation. I shared it. You'll just have to click on it there.
All right. We'll get it to Wildcat Nation. We'll get it to 42 Sports here as well. We appreciate 42 Sports for being a partner with us here on the Arkansas Sports Network. First down for Fordyce. They're looking out to the left-hand side. Bullet pass goes through the hands of number 8, Taylor Poole. There, he was the intended receiver on the bubble screen there. And from what I understand, there's a little bit of a mix of what Fordyce does. They're going to go a little bit of a power running game, but they're also going to spread you out. And the quarterback here, which I do not have his name on here on our roster, which that's
is it number 5?
Number 5.
Ma'am.
Somebody.
Do you know number 5? Do you know his name? The quarterback.
Somebody in the comments let us know who the quarterback is, what his name is.
Jay Merritt.
Trey Merritt. Trey Merritt hands it off. Ball goes off to the right side. He's weaving through the Hector defense. Gets up to about the 45, we'll call it 46-yard line there. Gain of 15 yards on that Red Bug run. Nice run there for the Red Bugs. And Fordyce now moving up. Matt, you watched Hector quite a bit this year. This is a tall task for Hector tonight, but a task that I'm sure that these kids are excited about.
Hey, if you'd have told me at the beginning of the season when we played Dover that the Wildcats would be 8-3 playing second-round playoffs in Fordyce, I may not have totally agreed with you.
So now lining up here is Fordyce. Little fake handoff zone read action. Gets up, gets to about, looks like about the 42-yard line there. I think that's where they're going to spot it. That is going to be another Fordyce first down.
The thing about Hector, though, we're coming in, got about five starters out with injuries. Both of our running backs, our starting nose guard is out tonight.
A lot of injuries, especially, for everybody, but when you're playing a team like this, you definitely want to be full strength. Yeah. And so now empty set, man goes in motion, little pop pass. They called that a fumble, but that was a pass. I don't know if they're going to call it incomplete or not. Where are they going to spot that? They're going to spot that on the 50.
Call it a fumble.
That was a forward pass.
Forward pass!
And number 6 is also not on a roster. I'm going to see if I've got a roster here I can pull up. Let me.
Forward pass!
That was a forward pass. Somebody yelling, he is exactly right. It is a forward pass.
I think they're going to.
They should.
Yeah.
They should. Right now it stands as a loss of 8, but probably going to go ahead and be incomplete pass here. We'll see about that. 9 minutes and 23 seconds, 0-0 is your score. I think the ball's going to go back to the 42. We'll see about that. See what they call on that. I'm going to try to get this other roster pulled up. Fighting traffic tonight, trying to get here to Fordyce. They are going to call it incomplete pass. Going to march it back up. So second down and 10 here for the Red Bugs. Again, we want to thank you for joining us from 42 Sports, Cat TV, the Arkansas Sports Network, of course, Russellville Sports Network as well. We do appreciate it. We want you to hit that share button.
Seeing a lot of comments from our guys up at Hector.
Eden Lusk saying, "Let's go Cats." We've got a good mix of folks in here tonight. Red Bugs run a play, get up the middle, trying to bounce outside. He gets down, to about, where are they going to bounce? 29-yard line, 13-yard run there. Quarterback run hurting the Wildcats here. Last couple plays, of course, again, you're dealing with a team that is probably full of athletes that Hector hasn't seen a lot of.
Yeah, besides Bigelow and Quitman, that's we've not really seen just a whole
now,
lot.
Keithlin Brown out of Bigelow, he's one.
Yeah.
He's one of them, I can tell you. We want to give him credit where credit is due for sure. He is a stud there at Quitman. So
Bigelow.
Bigelow. And then we've got Litton, I believe.
Will Litton.
Yep. Pass goes out to the left-hand side. Little trying to make somebody miss, and he does. Let's see where they're going to mark that ball.
16.
Yep. So that's going to be another first down for Fordyce. Fordyce moving it right down the field here. But again, we want to thank you for watching from all of the platforms. Hearing my own voice. All right, so 8 minutes and 30 seconds left. Ball on the 16-yard line. Fordyce driving down. Shotgun offset back. 3 wide receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Little rollout. Looking down into the end zone. And there's a pick. Hector's got it. They're going to get all the way down. What a play there by Hector.
That was number 10, Tanner Graves.
Tanner Graves, big-time play by the Wildcats to turn that momentum. Fordyce was looking like they were definitely going to score, and Tanner Graves comes up with a massive interception.
Hey, Brad, that's been one of our biggest deals this year is turnovers. At one point, Hector was leading the state in turnovers with 27. That was all classifications.
Wow. That's a big stat coming into this ball game, and I'll tell you what, that was a huge play in this ball game. 8:08 left here in the first quarter of play, and Hector.
Tanner's had 2 pick sixes already this year. One big one against Mountainburg that helped seal the game there.
All right, now let's see if Hector can do a little bit of something with it right now. Taylor looking to his right. He's got a man. Oh, just underthrown there. And he had him open there. P.J. Henderson once again on the attempt there. Second down and 10, ball on the 23-yard line. Hector looking at the sideline. Taylor, the quarterback, a sophomore. I'll tell you what, Matt, you can talk about this somewhat in the broadcast. Hector's got a good young program right now. Roll out to the right. Jackson kind of running for his life. He throws, and that's going to be incomplete. That's a tough way to have to throw the ball there. It was pretty close to being completed, but you can't. It's hard to run. When you're throwing it on a dead sprint, it's hard to make that completion.
Yeah, I was just fixing to say, I was just looking out there. We only got 3 seniors out on the field right now.
3 seniors for Hector. That's and a team that probably has overachieved a little bit this year, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah.
So third down and 10.
I think we were actually picked to finish 5th in our conference this year and coming 3rd.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
So here we go. 3rd and 10 for the Wildcats. Man in motion. There's the fake. They're going downfield. He's got a man. That's number 4. And Riley. And he has got a first down. And I tell you what, Hector just seized a little bit of momentum right there.
41-yard line.
That's a gain of, 27 and 9, 36 yards there. Big-time play, big-time completion, first completion through the air for Hector. Big play there for Drake Riley. Seven minutes, 49 seconds, clock is stopped. First down and 10, ball on the 41-yard line of the Redbugs. Taylor looks for the snap. He rolls to the right. And he's being flushed. He throws it to a lineman. that ain't going to work very well. Let's see what they do. What are they calling here?
I don't know if they know what to call.
I'll tell you what, poor Taylor, he's running for his life right now back there. Of course, the size difference, you can see it. It's visible out there. Fordyce, and that was something that was talked about before this game. Is just the difference in size and the offensive and defensive lines here and the advantage that brings to Fordyce. And again, it's visible.
Oh, yeah.
So 7:35 left. Hector's going to get an eligible man downfield, an eligible receiver. And so it's going to be 2nd and 15. They're going to back him up.
There's just something about these teams down south. They grow them a little bit bigger.
Taylor takes the snap. He drops back. He's looking downfield. Does he have somebody? No, that ball's intended for Henderson once again.
I think if he could have hit him, Henderson had a little bit of a seam there.
Tell you what, Hector's been able to get behind the defense just a little bit. So anyway, we want to say thank you to all, over 200 that are watching right now. That's just devices. That's not who's gathered around the TVs right now in your living room. So make sure you're hitting that share button. If you're watching on the computer, watching on your phone, let everybody know that you're watching the Hector Wildcats versus the Fordyce Redbugs here, 3rd and 15. Little bubble screen to Henderson, and it's incomplete. Nothing really there right now. And it's the speed of Fordyce right now that's giving that Hector a lot of trouble. So here we go. 7:24 left. Hector looks like they're going to play a little bit of the field position game here. Probably a smart play here by the coaches of Hector. Got a little bit of something going. Let's see if Hector can maintain that momentum. Taylor kicks it. Ball gets down inside the 20. Going to bounce out at the 19. All right, we're going to throw it to – nope, let's stay right here real quick. I was going to say we're going to throw it to a break. Let's stay here, though, 7:15 to go. I would like to remind you we got some halftime festivities we want you to stay here for. Some interviews, and we want you to stay here with the Arkansas Army National Guard. We want to thank them for being our title sponsor here tonight. And they're going to have a presentation here at halftime. I want you to stay with us for that. 7:15 here in the first quarter, halfway through it now. Ball in the 18 for the Redbugs. Redbugs go under center for the first time tonight, running a little wing tee as I talked about earlier. A little quick scat back right there. That's Kristen Beelan. And he had a little bit of a hole there, and he made a bigger hole just by making a couple cuts.
Yep.
So he picks up what looks like about 12 yards on that carry, and that's going to be a first down for the Redbugs. .6:53 to go. Wing T formation. Beelan gets it again. He gets up in the hole again, and he gets the same result there. I'm going to get all the way out to the 42. Another 12-yard gain for the Redbugs there.
That's something that most teams have been able to do, just pick up a few chunk yards on us. But our pass defense is pretty good.
But again, talking about the differences in size, you would think that Fordyce could keep it on the ground if they would wanted to. Yeah. It looks like they found that. We'll see if they stay with this wing T formation. Coming up on the 6-minute mark here in the first quarter. Again in the wing T under center. Handoff goes up the middle once again, and a nice job by Hector.
Stopped him there.
It's going to be stuffed. That's just going to be 2 on that play. Beelan 3 straight carries, 12 and 12, but 2 only that time. Ball on, looks like about the 43. I mean, he didn't get 2. He got 1 on that one. That's 2nd and 9. So let's see what Fordyce does if they stay with that wing T. Might go back into the shotgun. Looks like they may be alternating series here with what they're running. Wing T formation once again. Handoff goes to the outside. That's a quick one. Gets all the way out to the 50-yard line. Flag on the play. Let's see what they call. Right now it's a gain of 7. Carry was Trenton Gamble. Let's see.
Looked like a hold.
And that is a hold. Good call there, Matt. So going to be holding from the spot. And so let's see what that does. It's going to bring up, bring them all the way back to looks like the 36, 37 here. And so we go to 2nd and 16.
I was talking with Coach Cooper today, and kind of asking how practice was this week, and he said it was great. Guys really bought in, so they weren't scared.
Well, no time to be scared right now.
Jump, false start.
Another penalty. I'll tell you what, right now, Fordyce, who knows what's going to happen. This is early in the ball game.
Yeah.
But right now, Fordyce is cracking the door for Hector. Right now, Hector's the underdog. They've got everything going against them right now. Fordyce is leaving that door open because, they had a chance to score down here. They did, and they threw the pick.
Mm-hmm.
And then moving the ball, they've moved all the way back here to 2nd and 21. So we'll see what they do here. See if they stick with that wing tee. It's been pretty effective so far. They've just shot themselves in the foot just a little bit. Neil Faustino says, thanks for streaming this for us. Appreciate it. We appreciate you. Thank you for all the good comments. Pitch goes to the outside. He cuts it up. Uh-oh. That's a problem right there. Gets all the way out to about the 47.
Close to a first down.
Real
I believe
close
he got
to
it.
First down. And they are going to give it to him. Ball's going to be spotted actually on the 46-yard line. 18-yard gain there. That's going to be enough for a first down. Speed of Fordyce really showed up right there. Wing T formation once again. Handoff goes up the middle. That's Breland. Breland gets up. Gets to, looks like about 8 on that carry. Where are they going to mark that at? Actually to the 40, so it's just 6. Just 6. We won't give them any extra ones there. They don't need our help right now, right?
No.
So as we're under 4 minutes to play, 2nd down, 3 yards to go now for the Redbugs. Ground game's been effective for the Redbugs. 7 carries, 75 yards so far. Wing T formation once again. They're passing out of it this time. He's rolling right. Hector's got him hemmed in, but they're going to keep him hemmed in. Stiff arm here, stiff arm there, and they got him, brought him down.
That's
Who was
a sophomore, number 20, Lane Newport.
Lane Newport on the sack. And that's going to be a loss.
Great job staying at home.
Loss of 4 yards there, and a big third down. Go from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 7. So under 3 minutes to go now. 3rd down and 7. I formation now, something we haven't seen. Got an H-back out there. Handoff goes right up the middle. Hector's
Great
got
stop.
him. Now, I wonder, they played that like they're going to go for it. Let's see what they do here. Ball on the,
Picked
looks
up
like
1
about
yard.
maybe 1, 2. I guess they're going to give him 3 on that one. That would seem like a generous spot. I'm going to say 3rd or 4th and 5 right here. We'll give him 2 on that. And, again, they're playing it like they're going to go for it, and that's exactly what they're doing. So here we go, 4th down and 5. They got 4th and 4 on the board, but I think it looks a lot more like
4th and
5.
5.
So here we go, I formation, 4th and 5. Here we go. They tried to get Hector to jump off, and they did.
Ooh.
Now, let's see what happens here because it's right at 5 yards. Let's see what they call. How are they going to run this off? They already switched the box. They switched the box, but it looks.
They're going to give it to him.
Wow. I don't know. That was close. That one was close. A lot of Bug fans in here. Malik Owen says, let's go Bugs. Dwayne Don Child says, turn up Bugs. Sheila Proctor says, good job, Lane. We got a lot of comments going on right now. Coming up on 2 minutes here, but a good first quarter of play. Again, I formation, motion man for the Bugs. Handoff goes right up the middle to Breland. Breland is stopped. Tell you what, I feel like I'm watching the Hector team gain a little bit of confidence as this quarter goes on. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you come in here, 2-time back-to-back state champions and number 1 seed, making it competitive.
They are. They're playing well, and
that's all we want to do.
you know, that was something that I knew that they would do coming in. If you know the Hector program very well, you know they're going to compete. They're not going to be scared. Handoff goes to Breland up the middle. He tries to bounce it outside. Nice tackle there. Looks like number 10. Who you got?
Yeah, number 10, Tanner Graves.
Tanner Graves. So here we go. Where are they going to mark this one at? Look like Trenton Gamble. Is that what Taylor Poole?
Well, number 6 was the one running it.
Yeah, I know, and I've been trying to get to that roster.
I don't know who 6 is.
I know, we don't have him on our roster. I've been trying to get to the roster that I have. I think I might have it. Forgive me here. I think I may have it here. Well, you got a lot of things going on, a lot of things happening here as we're trying to call this ball game.
Walker.
Okay.
Mr. Childs. Walker.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Childs. We're under a minute to play. Walker. Oh,
Big
right
hole.
Up the middle is Breland. He breaks it outside. He's through the 10, the 5, touchdown. 28-yard touchdown run there. And Mr. Walker, that was a big play there. Big play by the Redbugs, score the first touchdown as we're coming up right on the end of the first quarter. 17 seconds left. We'll call it 18 because it's 17.9. But first touchdown scored of anybody. So now we're going to line up for the extra point. That's Trey Merritt. Trey Merritt lining up, left-footed kicker here. Holder puts it down. Ball is blocked. It's no good. So that's going to bring us to our first break. In the first break, we've got Fordyce 6, Hector 0, and we'll be back here in just a moment with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Fordyce scores the first touchdown. Mr. Walker from 28 yards out. And so now Hector is going to receive the kickoff. Kicking off is, it looks like Ratavius Harrison. Ball kicked off the side of his foot. They better get on it. They do. So it looks like that Hector's going to start about the 39-yard line with 15 seconds to play. And ball going to be just inside the 40. 6-0. So far, Hector's hung in there with them. Hung in there, played them tough so far. We'll see how that continues. But, Fordyce is a heavy favorite by Hootens, 20 points
19,
tonight. 19. So, that's a pretty heavy favorite, 3 touchdowns. Well, I want to thank, and I know that they can't hear it, but Matt's brother Jared down there doing some camera work. Also, Duran Miller doing some camera work for us on the sidelines. We appreciate it. And he's taken down in the backfield.
They are just too quick.
They are fast. Trenton Gamble takes him down. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, it's Fordyce 6, defending 2A state champions. Hector 0. And we'll be back with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week in just a moment.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services in good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, rural homebuyers, agribusinesses, and rural infrastructure providers. As cooperatives, we're locally owned and governed. We help agricultural producers feed the world. For America's farmers, Farm Credit supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
Your family is your most prized possession. You want to take care of them. You want to give them the very best. And when it comes to choosing a pharmacy, you'll want someone who knows your name and understands both you and your way of life. At Rose Drug, they will take care of your family just like you were their own. They'll be someone that you can trust with the ones that you love the most. That's Rose Drug in Russellville. Call 968-1323 today.
We're back here on the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week, 2A state playoffs. It is Fordyce 6, Hector nothing. Hector has the football. Been a pretty competitive game so far. And I tell you what, Fordyce, the speed of them is really giving Hector trouble, just like it was right there. And apparently this roster that we've got is not even close. So I am looking for the roster that we can possibly go by. Hopefully we could go by here as soon as I can find it. 11 minutes and 55 seconds. Man, I'm going to tell you what. Take over for just a minute while I try to find this roster.
All right. Casto in the backfield with Taylor. Drop back. Ooh. Had Henderson just overthrew him just a little bit. Taylor really don't have just a whole lot of time for those routes to develop. Kind of got to get it off pretty quick. Fordyce is bringing the house. Hector going to punt. Taylor back deep. Gets it off. Good punt. Takes a Hector roll. Looks like it's going to go out at the 20, around the 27-yard line.
All right, I think we've got a roster here now, so we'll see if we can try to get some names right. I know that people are, well, they want those names right. So we're going to try to get it to them. So Fordyce is going to take over. Fordyce going to take over. Shotgun formation, handoff. Goes off to the right side. Little making him miss there. And tell you what, every time Fordyce has a back, it just feel like he can take it to the house, but it looks like he might be injured. See if he can walk it off there.
Never like to see that.
All right, that was Kristen Beelan. Kristen Beelan on the run there. 2nd down and 6, 4-yard gain there. Well, I think we've got the right roster now. So Trey Merritt, senior quarterback, looking to take the snap. He calls for the snap. Little zone read action. Nice job there by Hector. Looked like there might have been something open there for just a minute, but only going to be a gain of about 3, I guess. We'll give him 3. Who was on that tackle there, Matt?
I actually didn't see it.
Didn't see it.
I was looking at the yard marker.
So another 3rd down situation. Hector needs to get Fordyce off the field right here. 10 minutes and 22 seconds and counting till halftime. 6-0 is your score. Merritt calling for the snap. He takes it. Little fake handoff. Throws the bubble screen out to Jacoby Walker. Walker trying to make people miss. Looks like we got a flag on the play. Looks like he might have been short of the 1st down there as well. So let's see what they call.
Usually in the area of a hold.
Yes, sir.
For the tackle.
Yes, sir. And I assume that Hector will take that. They do. Holding on Fordyce. That's going to back them up. So you go from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 13 here. And Hector just kind of hanging around.
You know, we always say it even, you know, when we were playing some other teams, you know, you don't want to let a team, you know, that's the underdog, you don't want to let them hang around.
Yeah.
Build up a little confidence. And
yeah, you know, Hector really not being able to do much on offense. I mean, admittedly there, and they're going to have to figure that part out. They've really only had one positive play this whole first half. But they are hanging. And a little pump and go action, and they are going for it. And he's behind the defense, and he was right there. Dominic Hammond was the intended receiver there, and Trey Merritt was the passer, and that's going to bring up 4th down and long, and Hector survives.
Looks like Fordyce will punt.
I believe they are going to punt. Nine minutes and 43 seconds to go here. First half of play. Really, I don't know if he bid on that fake there, but he was behind him.
Yeah.
He was behind him.
The speed again.
The speed of Fordyce is a factor, no doubt about it. And we've got another whistle, another stoppage in play.
Going to have timeout Fordyce.
Okay, so let's take a timeout with them. 9 minutes and 42 seconds to go here in the first half of play. It's Fordyce 6, Hector 0. We'll be back with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week in just a moment. To go there. I don't know. I had it set up for Hector and 42. We're back here at Paul Bear Bryant Field. I haven't even got a chance to say that yet. That's a pretty cool thing to say.
It is.
One of the most influential men in football history comes from Fordyce. Big time here. Arkansas, one of the most influential football states in the nation when you think about who's come out, and Paul Bear Bryant being one of them. That takes a Hector bounce, and Hector's going to have it around the 50. And, right now one of the best field positions that Hector's had so far, Matt. They really need to figure out a way to take advantage of it.
Yeah, and okay. Kind of thought he was out. Number 6, Mason Reed, going to check in here. He'd been dealing with a arm issue, and kind of a surprise to me. There.
I mean, you got to lay it on the line, right?
And he is a senior, so yeah.
Well, nothing to lose.
No.
So man in motion, goes back. He's looking to the right. He has a man. Nice move there, getting out of the tackle. He's going to get, looks like a
got a flag.
5. We got a flag there. And so gain of about 5 on the play. And looks like let's see what happens. What are they going to call here? The little extracurricular after.
He's going to call late hit out of bounds.
Let's see what they got. Yep.
That's what it is.
That is. So that's going to march it. And Hector now is in business.
And these are the type of plays that you got to capitalize on.
And Riley's been the only one that's been able to get anything going here for Hector. He's got 41 yards on 2 catches, and now tack on 15 more. And the ball's on 29-yard line here. Hector is
knocking on the door.
Got a chance here. Ball offset back on Taylor. Taylor calling for the snap. Handoff goes to your man right there. Gets up the field. And he's going to get down to about the 27, 26. What are they going to spot it at? Spotted on the 27-yard line, 2-yard gain there. And that, what was his name again?
That was Mason Reed.
Mason Reed. Mason Reed picking up carry. That's actually the first positive yardage that Hector's been able to get on the ground so far here. So Reed picks up a gain of 2. Now Taylor looking downfield. He's got a man. He's behind him, and he's got it. That's
touchdown, Wildcats.
27-yard touchdown, and that's Drake Riley once again. Holy cow. What a play, what a throw.
Jackson was going him the whole time. He knew that's who he was going to.
Well, right now, he's got 3 catches, 68 yards, and a touchdown. You gotta think he's got something good going for him right here. So Hector now going to line up to kick the extra point, which is Taylor. Hector trying to gain the lead here for the first time.
Oh, got a false start.
Kick was up, but it was good, but it is going to be a false start.
That's all right, Jackson. He's got a pretty good leg.
Yes.
Against Conway Christian, kicked the only field goal of the year. It's about a 35-yard field goal, so it's still in his range.
So 6-6, and we are backing him up. Be impressive if he makes this one. I'm not going to lie to you. You don't see too many high school kickers that kick it from this far out. Let's see how it goes here. Here's the extra point. It's up, and it's right down the middle. Right. And we've got a ball game, folks. Hector 7, Fordyce 6. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week right after.
Cheek Plumbing Electric Heating and Cooling has been in business for over 50 years. Chuck Cheek is a third-generation owner who specializes in new construction and service work. Located at 103 Northeast 8th Street in Atkins, call 479-641-7992. Again, that's Cheek Plumbing, 479-641-7992. Cheek Plumbing is a proud supporter of the Atkins Red Devils right here on the Russellville Sports Network.
Ready? Hey, I can't see my producer, so if you hear us talking over the air, that's why. And I do want to tell you, we are doing a split broadcast right now with our folks at Cat TV, Wildcat Nation. Wildcat Nation is kind of like our cousin. We'll just say it like that. And Matt Huffman is the play-by-play guy. And, again, we've got Jared Huffman down here on the sideline, his brother, who is the color commentary guy. Then my usual color commentary guy, Duran Miller's down there on the other sideline, bringing you some of these other camera angles. So Fordyce gets the kickoff, trying to get to the outside. That's somewhere Hector don't want. He gets a spin move, and he's making people miss across the 50 to the 40. To the 30. He's going to be brought down, looks like to about the 29, in a fantastic run there by Fordyce. And just like that, some of that momentum goes right back into the Fordyce corner. Jacoby Walker on the carry there for Fordyce. And it looked like Hector had him hemmed in all the way back here at the 40. He made a couple men miss and all the way down, takes it all the way down to the 29-yard line, and Fordyce is in business.
Man, you get that momentum and then can't let that happen.
So 8 minutes and 21 seconds. 7-6, Hector. Not sure I thought I was going to say that tonight.
I know it.
So here we are. Trey Merritt going to hand it off. Gets it to number 6, Jarique Walker. Walker trying to bounce it outside. He gets over across the 20, to the 15, to the 10, 5. He steps out of bounds. Looks like inside the 5. They're going to mark it down at the 3. 26-yard gain for Fordyce. Big run there by Walker. Big run there by Walker. So now Fordyce again lining up. They feel like they've got something here with this I formation. Handoff goes up the middle. That's a touchdown for Jarique Walker. 2 yards out. And just like that, the Fordyce deficit is no more. Touchdown, Jarique Walker. 2 yards out, 8:06 to play. Fordyce 12, Hector 7, and you got to think they're probably going to try to go for 2 here.
You'd think.
So the quarterback, Trey Merritt, getting his instructions from the coach. Going to the huddle here. 14 on the play clock. Fordyce is indeed going for 2. Offensive line of Fordyce averages 290 pounds. Talk about big offensive line. Big, not just big for 2A, a big offensive line. Handoff goes to Walker, and he marches right in untouched. And that's a 14-7 lead for the Redbugs. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week.
Your family is your most prized possession. You want to take care of them. You want to give them the very best. And when it comes to choosing a pharmacy, you'll want someone who knows your name and understands both you and your way of life. At Rose Drug, they will take care of your family just like you were their own. They'll be someone that you can trust with the ones that you love the most. That's Rose Drug in Russellville. Call 968-1323 today.
We're back here at Paul Bear Bryant Stadium. 8 minutes and 6 seconds left here on the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week. 14-7 is your score. Second round, 2A state playoffs, Hector and Fordyce, and it's been a good one so far.
It has.
So kicking off for Fordyce.
Lane Newport taking it.
Newport gets up the field. He's stopped cold in his tracks. Kicking off with Ratavius Harrison and Adley Allen on the tackle. And now Hector has to take over. Ball
31.
is going to be on about the 31-yard line here. And now Hector's got to find a way to march it. A.J. Caldwell, your nephew's doing work. And then we got Drew Manson. Way to go, Drake. Great catch. We've got a lot of, we got Hector and Fordyce battling in these comments right now. Ball on the 32. Yes. Taylor taking the snap. He's looking to his right. Well, you got to be careful. Oh, he's away.
Go.
He's at the 50, the 40, the 30. Is he going to be run down? He is all the way down. He gets down to about the 10-yard line. That's a 58-yard gain for Hector, and just like that, the Wildcats are in scoring position.
Is this going to be a shootout, Brad?
Oh, my goodness. I'm stunned right now.
Coming down tonight, did you think that we would have a shootout?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And give me your guy again. What's his name?
That was number 6, Mason Reed.
Mason Reed on the catch. Mason Reed gets all the way down to he gets all the way down to about
13.
the 12. So it is 56 yards on the catch. And Hector's been able to make the big play. Hector's going to take a timeout. We'll take it with him. 14-7 is your score. We've got a barn burner right now. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a moment.
There comes a time in all of our lives when we need the help of legal services. Well, let Leah Jacobs at Heirloom Legal at 425 North Church Street in Atkins be your go-to when you are needing assistance. If you're needing a will or a trust, maybe you're helping an elder parent with Medicaid issues, or planning on opening a brand new business, maybe you have another legal need. Jacobs can help you plan your next step. That's Heirloom Legal, helping families build and protect their legacy through estate, elder, and business planning. Call 501-819-2553 and walk in.
We're back here at Paul Bear Bryant Stadium. 7 minutes and 45 seconds to play here in the first half. We have turned ourselves into one heck of a 2A matchup here. It just like that, Mason Reed just a minute ago takes a 56-yard play on the first play after Fordyce scored their touchdown. Hector had scored just a couple plays before that, and here we are now. Hector's in business trying to score again. Taylor looking to take the snap. Taylor rolling to the right-hand side. Don't have anywhere to go. Can he get it out of bounds? He does. And that's the only play he had right there. I'll tell you what, Taylor has shown some guts here. Numbers aren't great, but he's got some big plays here. Right now I've got him down 4 of 11 for 124 yards and a touchdown. And like Matt, he's basically running for his life almost every play.
Yeah. And the 4, like you say, he's only 4 completions, but those have all been big completions.
Huge completions.
I think that's about 30 yards, something a little over a completion.
Yeah, something like that. Second down and 10. Hector trying to get into the end zone. Taylor ducks in underneath, but he's going to be sacked. And again, Fordyce just there. I believe that's number 24, if I'm not mistaken there. Can't tell. I believe it is. Number 24, Carmelo Allen. That's a sophomore.
Wow.
That's a good-looking sophomore down there. Coming up on the 7-minute mark. It's 3rd and 15. And if you're Hector right now, you don't need a touchdown. Just pick up a chunk play here. even get yourself in a field goal situation.
Yeah.
Taylor looking. He's got the whole defensive line. He's got to get rid of it. Oh, we got a flag after the play. That's going to be a first down, isn't it?
If that's a personal foul, yes.
Let's see what they got. After the play, so there's a sack. It's going to bring it all the way out to the 20, about the 27. So it would be 4th down and 25 for the Wildcats. We got a flag after the play. It's a face mask, and that's going to march it up. It's not automatic, though. It's not automatic.
He didn't call a personal foul. He only called.
It's just 5. It's just 5. So that marches it from the spot of the foul. So now it's still 3rd and forever.
Yeah.
Ball's on the 22. It's 3rd down, and we'll call it 20, I guess. 3rd and 20 now for Hector. And again, Taylor's got to get rid of the football.
Yeah, and that's something that Jackson struggled with all year, but, it's because he's young.
So here we are, Taylor looking deep. No interception there. So now what does Hector do? 3rd down to be 4th down and 20 now. Penalties have been a big factor here in this ball game against Fordyce.
Jackson signaling Coach Cooper kick it.
He's saying
field goal.
I don't think you
I
got
don't think he's got that left.
I don't think you got anything to lose right now, though, because 4th and 20. What play do you have in your book for 4th and 20 against these Redbugs?
Throw it up.
Throw it up. And right now, I guess I'd be looking for Riley. I'll be looking for Mason Reed in the situation like this.
Kevin Bailey over here, one-on-one.
You may have to take advantage of your one-on-one matchup. Hector's going to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 14-7 is your score. And we'll be back here in just a moment on the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services in good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, rural homebuyers, agribusinesses, and rural infrastructure providers. As cooperatives, we're locally owned and governed. We help agricultural producers feed the world. For America's farmers, Farm Credit, supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
So we're back here at Paul Bear Bryant Stadium. It is 4th down and a long, I'll say rising, 4th and rising right now.
Yeah.
It's a long way to go. Shout out to my man Bill Harshaw for that one. I know he's watching Colorado Springs right now. So 4th and rising, it's 4th and 20 really. They can get a first down.
You got to get it to the 3?
You got to get it to the 2, I think. So now Hector really don't have a lot of choice. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Taylor's going to have to get rid of it quick. Hector's just not been able to block the Redbugs, and they don't block him there either. Fordyce sacks him.
Throw it.
You got to get rid of it. But, again, you're talking about a young quarterback, but a big play by the Fordyce defense. That was a loss of 8. Loss of 8 right there.
Get it all the way down to the 12. You gotta capitalize. You gotta have some kind of points.
So Hector really not been able to do much on the rushing end of things. They've been mostly passing. The one time they did get some positive gain, the very next play they got a positive gain of 56 yards on the pass. But Fordyce, they're just so big and so fast. If they were big and slow, it might be one thing, but when you're big and fast, it's just a completely different story.
And that's kind of what we've seen last week against Earl.
So a little trap play. Uh-oh. He's got to the 50, to the 40, to the 30. And nice job there by Hector to keep him from scoring. That was a big play there by Fordyce. And that was, again, Jacoby Walker. And I tell you what, that was a nice play call there. A little trap play going against the grain. Hector has to overplay because they are not as fast as Fordyce, and right there they took advantage of the overplaying that Hector had, and a huge gain there for the Redbugs. 6 minutes and 17 seconds now left in the first half. Been a very entertaining ball game so far for just both teams. Very, very good, very fun ball game to watch. Handoff. It goes to Jairique Walker. Walker gets up. Where are they spotting that one at? Looks like just inside the 10, about the 9. So that's going to be nope. They're going to second and 2 there. Ball on the 7-yard line now. 8-yard gain there. And I tell you what, Fordyce getting it done on the ground. Of course, they should be able to do that.
I believe we're averaging about 180, 190 on our defensive line.
So I formation. Handoff again. Goes to Mr. Walker. He's going to – where are they going to spot this one? Hector was there that time.
5.
This is a big stop right here, and it is going to be the 5. Pretty close to a first down. Are they going to call it third? Is it going to be third and short?
They're going to give it to him.
Yeah, first down. First down for Fordyce. Big play here for Hector. They really need to find a way to keep them out. Coming up on the half. Try to stay within 14, or within one score at 14-7. But boy, it's a tall task when you're talking about 290-pound offensive line versus what you're saying about 190. So you got a 100-pound deficit there. That usually you can't win in football that way. We got a false start. Penalties.
And Brad, I actually believe I'm seeing one of our freshmen. He is playing at nose guard right now, going up against the Air Force commit.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a tall task.
It
right?
is.
Give us a name here.
That is number 54, Matthew Finley.
Matthew Finley getting some work in. Now you come in from junior high, and then you get to go play nose guard against the Air Force commitment. How about that?
Talking about that freshman class, we have 18 freshmen that will be moving up next year.
18 freshmen. Steve Summers says too many interruptions to watch. We really just doing what we can do, guys. I'll tell you, we don't have any internet in the booth. We're going all of hotspot, so we're doing the best that we can. So we do apologize. There's not much we can do. Not much we can do about it. So we're under 5 though. 14-7 is your score.
And this code don't do nothing to help you out either.
It don't help the electronics. 2nd and 9, massive time here for Hector. Kind of on the ropes a little bit here, I formation. And it gets up to Mr. Walker. Mr. Walker gets in for the score, really untouched right there. And that's going to be a Fordyce touchdown. 20-7 is the score.
And Brad, another freshman has just entered the game. That's number 14, Cole Huffman.
Cole Huffman, you know that guy?
I should. That's mine.
So 4 minutes to go. 20-7 is the score. Been an entertaining, especially late first quarter, early start, all the way through the second. Fordyce looks like they're trying to take control of this one, though. Kick is up. High one is up. It's good. And that's going to take us to a quick break. Fordyce 21, Hector 7. And we'll be back with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week in just a moment.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
And we're back here at Paul Bear Bryant Stadium. 4 minutes remain here in the Class 2A second-round game between Fordyce and Hector. Been an entertaining ball game. If you like big plays, you will definitely like this one. It's been a lot of fun so far. Hector's going to receive the kick.
Go, Tanner. Go.
Got a hole. Nice move. Gets across the 40 down to about the 41 where he just got
spun him like a top.
Just got his hand on him and just said, get down. So the physicality of Fordyce really is just a different level. What we've seen, or what Hector has seen probably this year, You said Earl was big and fast. This is a different level, though, when you're talking about Fordyce.
Yeah. Yeah, Earl, they had some pretty fast guys. Most of them were big and pretty slow, too.
Yeah. There's a difference between big and slow and big and fast.
Yeah.
A big one.
Yeah.
3 minutes and 53 seconds to go. 21-7 is the score. Rising with a 14-point advantage. Hector trying to make something happen here. What do we got? Got a false start. They're going to call false start. I don't know who moved first, though. Was it 24 or was it 6? I guess Hector is going to get
Hector.
it. So 1st and 15 now. Ball on the 36-yard line. Hector cannot afford anything like that.
No.
They definitely, no penalties. Kind of like, this is a real kind of similar situation what Arkansas will be in tomorrow against Alabama. You can't really do stuff like that and win the ball game. So Taylor now pumping it out to Reed. Reed makes a move. He gets about 2 yards on the pass. That's not going to be enough. And it's going to be 2nd down and 13 now for the Wildcats. Reed has made his presence felt since he's come into this ball game, though.
Yes, he has. Getting that big 56-yard reception.
Big possession here for Hector. Really need to find a way to put the ball in the end zone. Reed motions out to the right. Taylor looking down the middle of the field and nowhere to go. So right now, they're Fordyce playing one safety a lot of times, and really he's not even playing safety. He's just kind of hanging out in the middle of the field.
They've got 8 in the box.
They got 8 in the box. They're basically blitzing the house.
Yep.
And Hector's either got to get rid of it or die.
And I think that's why you're seeing the big plays whenever we do complete them, is because everybody's behind the line of scrimmage.
Yes, absolutely. 3rd down and 13 now. Taylor, he's rolling out to the left-hand side. He's got a man. It's complete, but it's just going to be a couple yards out to the 40-yard line. And that's going to be P.J. Henderson. Just going to be 2 yards, though. And did they call it incomplete?
No, they called it complete.
Okay, so they got it on the 39. I think that was to the 40. Just my opinion. But anyway, it doesn't matter. 4th down and 12. And we're under 3 minutes, and this is getting crunch time now for Hector. Punt gets away. Going to roll, take a Hector bounce. Going to bounce all the way down to the 34-yard line. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go now. Fordyce has a chance to really put themselves in a good position here. 3 scores, get a chance to get the ball back. We want to remind you to stay tuned with us here at halftime. And we'll have a presentation from the Arkansas Army National Guard. They are our title sponsor here at the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week. And again, we'd like to remind you that we have a Sports Network Game of the Week almost weekly. Next week we will take off for Thanksgiving. We're hoping to have a semifinal somewhere. Maybe here at Fordyce, who knows. We'll also be bringing you live basketball action. We plan on being at the King Cotton Classic coming up. You don't want to miss that, that's for sure. Now Fordyce has the ball, and that's the quarterback Merritt. Merritt popping outside, gets up. Looks like he's going to gain about 8 yards there on that carry. Get down to a 2nd down and 2. And right now Hector's in trouble. Hector's got to find a way to stuff the run a little bit.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, that's kind of been our weakness all year, is stopping the run.
And it's it's easier said than done, especially when you're running against a deficit as they are. Handoff goes to number 3. That's Kristen Beelan. Kristen Beelan on the carry. It gets down to the 45-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain for Beelan. And Fordyce on the move.
Really got to hold them here right, a minute and a half left before halftime. Really need to hold them.
So 1:30 to go. Fordyce making a move. Shotgun formation now. Merritt, little zone read action. Really just a fake handoff there. Merritt gets up. Gets looks like a gain of, we'll call it 6 there.
Tackled there by a freshman.
Yeah. Fordyce is going to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 1:13 to go. 21-7 is the score. Fordyce driving. We'll be back here in just a moment.
Gen Z is a stalled generation.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full time.
While I work full time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
We're back here at Paul Bear Bryant Stadium. 1:13 to go. Two-time defending state champion Fordyce 21, Hector 7. Fordyce with the ball and driving. Fordyce also gets the ball back in the second half. That's a tough one for the Wildcats. It's been a wildly entertaining first half of play. Lots of big plays here, but Fordyce does look like they're settling in right now. And Hector's got to make a move.
Got to have another interception or something. We've got to cause something to happen.
So 2nd down and 3 here. Little pass. He picks it up. That's a forward pass. It's again. I don't know why that
should be incomplete.
Should have been an incomplete pass. It is going to be a loss, and it actually ends up being in Hector's favor there.
Yeah.
3-yard loss there, but that was a forward pass. We're going to call it a rush now. I guess that's what it's going to go down in the book. That ref's really had trouble with that one.
Yeah.
That play there. So, yeah. So 43 seconds to go. 3rd down and 6 now. Roll out to the left-hand side. They're throwing deep. Do they have a man? Nope. No. It's going to be out of bounds. So now we're going to bring up 4th down. Boy, Hector might have dodged a bullet with that mistake there.
Yeah.
Walker was the intended receiver there, and I tell you, I mean, you know that it's a forward pass, it's a pitch, and so when it's dropped, unless he caught it, which he did not,
it should be incomplete.
It should have been an incomplete pass. But I guess again, it ends up helping the Wildcats right now. So now Trey Merritt looking at the sideline, 4th down and 6. 32 seconds remain here in the first half. I'd like to remind you, we've got a special presentation. Stay with us. Handoff goes up the middle. He's going to have a first down and a little bit more there. That's going to get all the way down to about the 28-yard line. 13 yards gained there by Laquan Jackson. Jackson gets it. Now the clock's moving. Fordyce not really moving fast enough at this point. 18 seconds to go. Merritt looking at the sideline. 13, 12. Could this be the last play? Rolling out to the left-hand side. They're looking in the end zone. He steps up in the pocket. Hector thought he had him. Now he throws it up. Ball's
great job.
Batted away, but we've got 1.1 seconds left.
Knocked away there by number 20, Lane Newport.
Wow, what a play there by Newport. 21-7 is the score. 1.1 seconds remaining. We've got a timeout. We're going to keep it here, Justin. 1.1 second remaining. And, boy, if you're Fordyce, you've got a chance to really put your foot on Hector's throat right here. But if you're Hector, you might take just a little bit of momentum going into the half if you can make a stop.
Kind of control that bleeding a little bit.
So here we are. 1.1 seconds remaining here in the first half of play. And it has been a lot of fun here. I got somebody saying that sledge number 15, guys. I'm telling you, I've got 2 rosters that tell me 2 different things. I don't even know what to do at this point. We do apologize if we're getting people wrong. I'm just going by what I've got on the roster, which was given to me earlier this week. So I mean, I do apologize. I'm doing the best I can, and I'll tell you right now, I'm not the greatest with names as it is. So sledge number 15. I'll try to make a note of that. So 1 second remaining here, 21-7. Fordyce with the lead, two-time defending 2A state champions. Ball on the 27-yard line. Last play here of the first half. Trey Merritt calling for the snap. He gets it, drops back. Hector's in the backfield. They're throwing it deep. And he's got it. That's a touchdown. What a play there by Dominic Hammond. 27-yard touchdown. And just like that, Fordyce goes up 27-7, point after pending. And that right there is what you didn't want if you're Hector. 27-7 is your score. Touchdown Fordyce. Point after touchdown pending. Andy Luna kicking. Kick is up, it's good. And that's going to bring us to the half. Fordyce leads 28-7. We're going to take a quick break. We've got a special presentation from the Arkansas Army National Guard. Stay with us. We'll be back here in just a moment with the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services in good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, rural homebuyers, agribusinesses, and rural infrastructure providers.
As cooperatives, we're locally owned and governed. We help agricultural producers feed the world. For America's farmers,
Farm Credit,
supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
Your family is your most prized possession. You want to take care of them. You want to give them the very best. And when it comes to choosing a pharmacy, you'll want someone who knows your name and understands both you and your way of life. At Rose Drug, they will take care of your family just like you were their own. They'll be someone that you can trust with the ones that you love the most. That's Rose Drug in Russellville. Call 968-1323 today.
We're back here at Paul Bear Bryant Stadium, and again we've got a special presentation from the Arkansas Army National Guard. Mr. Benjamin Weeks, thank you for joining us here. Let's talk about you're a recruiter for the Army National Guard. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yes, sir. So we go around to the schools that we're assigned. I in particular am from the area that I'm recruiting out of, and we go to those schools and we offer the opportunities to those who qualify to join and be a part of something big like the National Guard.
Okay, well, let's talk about what opportunities there are for the National Guard.
Yes, sir. So the biggest ones that actually help the student themselves is we have a lot of opportunities for college. So we have tuition assistance, 100% tuition to any in-state public school. We also have the GI Bill kicker, and tuition assistance that on the federal side that you can hold on to for later. If you want those numbers, all I would tell you is to go talk to your local recruiter because those numbers are constantly changing.
All right. So, what would you tell somebody who'd say, I'm a little bit leery, about maybe joining or being a part of the Guard? What would you say to a person like that?
Yes, sir. So, big thing I would say is go talk to your recruiter. Just talking to a recruiter doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to join it, so you getting the information. Just like if I go talk to a surgeon, I'm not necessarily getting a surgery. I'm asking him about the surgery and if that's something I want to do. Also, you can go on the internet. We have a website that you can go check out. Just type in National Guard in your Google, and it'll point you to it, and you can look at that stuff on your own.
All right. So you're from the Fordyce area here?
Yes, sir.
Let's talk a little bit about. You said you got one out here. You got somebody, a relative, right?
Yes, sir. Not a relative. He's one of my recruits.
Okay.
And he's number 57. Outstanding student, outstanding player. He is part of the DARE program. He's the epitome of helping others and serving others. And he's also his current class president. I mean, he's an outstanding individual. I'm very proud of him.
Wow, that is awesome. And how did you end up? What's your story with the National Guard?
Yes, sir. So I'm a military brat. Followed my dad around. I was born in Fort Hood, Texas, but we moved to Sheridan. And I graduated from Sheridan, but I didn't know where I was going and what I was going to do. Just an average student, BECs, just skating by, playing basketball, and a recruiter came and talked to me. And the education benefits isn't really what got me. It was service to country, service to state, service to community that really got me.
Absolutely. And I tell you what, as you see the world and how it changes, you see the importance of the National Guard. It's been all over the country, the importance of being a part of your state and being a part of that. So we do appreciate it. And then anything that you want to add here?
Yes, sir. So the big thing is that this is all about service to your state, service to your country. The benefits are great and fantastic, but the reason you stay is because you want to help your fellow man. So that's what this is about.
All right. Mr. Benjamin Weeks, thank you for joining us here.
Thank you for having
me. And we'll be back here on the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week right after this. Hector trails Fordyce 28-7, and we'll be back here in just a moment.
Cheek Plumbing Electric Heating and Cooling has been in business for over 50 years. Chuck Cheek is a third-generation owner who specializes in new construction and service work. Located at 103 Northeast 8th Street in Atkins, call 479-641-7992. Again, that's Cheek Plumbing, 479-641-7992. Cheek Plumbing is a proud supporter of the Atkins Red Devils right here on the Russellville Sports Network.
I hope he's not working.
And that's what I really like about Sam Pittman. He's always genuine, and I really think he's very happy to be at the University of Arkansas.
Did I put a question mark in the teleprompter again? I forget you literally read that thing like exactly as it's written.
Oh, come on, Bill. You know you're just as off the cuff as Sam Pittman is.
At least y'all ain't got a wasp nest out here to deal with the size of Brad's head.
If people only knew what went on behind the scenes.
Oh, I know. For real, this is not Sports Center.
Gen Z is a stall generation.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Good. We're back here at Paul Bear Bryant Stadium. My broadcast partner, my man, Duran Miller, the man that I met at Mount Nebo swimming pool. And I know that he had to think that I was crazy by saying, hey, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And here we are.
Yeah,
Right?
somebody starts talking to me about sports, and we just hit it off from there. And
Right.
you want to court me, that's the way to start out right there.
So here we are, Duran, 6 minutes to go here before halftime's over. You've been on the sideline here. Tell us a little bit about what you are seeing down there on the sideline.
I'm seeing that Fordyce is gigantic. And,
yes,
man, they've got a couple players on that line, especially the right side, right guard, right tackle, that are just huge. And Hector's just doing an excellent job. Really impressed with the sophomore quarterback, making some of the reads he's making, throwing the ball. And the receiver, number 4, he's had some big plays. Number 10's had some plays. Number 10's had some big plays on defense as well. And just, you know, they were scrapping there for a while, kind of getting away from them a little bit now. That Fordyce size and speed, athleticism starting to take over a little bit. And you hated that right there before half. You thought if you could hold them, keep them out of the end zone, you'd get some momentum, maybe switch back, come out, you know, try to get it back to a one-possession game if you get down and score. Not able to do it. So now they've got a big hole to dig out of coming out of the second half.
Fordyce, you know, we've seen Clarendon. That's
yes.
Desart. Those are two of the top teams in 2A.
Right.
Fordyce is obviously as a comparative team to those two. It's going to be an interesting thing to see here as we go down, you know, as the game gets on and you know, if Hector can't come back, what's going to happen with this Fordyce team moving on? And then also, you know, with some of these scores around the area, who are they going to match up with down the line?
Right. Yeah, you're totally right. We were really impressed when we watched Clarendon play Desart, get that conference championship. And I will say, Clarendon was big, and Fordyce might be bigger. May not have as many guys overall, but definitely that would be a couple heavyweights going at it, and that would be a fun one to watch if they do end up meeting up somewhere along the lines here. But just a very talented team, and but I got to say, Hector is as young as they are. They're building some momentum here, and they've got a lot to look forward to. And how about this drone we got flying around the stadium? I've never seen that before the game, not in a high school game. Pretty neat. Whoever's done that has definitely put their time in. He's good at it.
We've got the LED lights here where they can turn them off and on. In fact,
the Paul Bear Brown effect. It's Alabama, man.
When we saw that when it first started, I thought, you got to be kidding me. The lights just went out.
Yeah.
But no, they can turn them off and on. It's quite a show here. It really is. It's quite a show
really
here
is.
at Fordyce. And, you know, Fordyce looking good right here at halftime. We'll see how it goes. Maybe Hector could gain some momentum before it's all said and done. But it's been a fun game so far. Big plays by Hector, big plays by Fordyce. And it's just been a really good 2A matchup, even though the score probably doesn't show that.
Right. Yeah, Hector definitely had them on their heels there for a while. Just a couple plays. Got down there, that huge play. It was right in front of me. Ended up being down there. I was a little too zoomed in. I don't think we even used that angle, but because he was right in my face. And we got to the 12, Hector did, and they couldn't get it in from there. Just kept getting backed up. That one really hurt. That one could have come back and tied it right there. It was 14-7 at that point. And since then, Hector's been reeling a little bit.
They definitely have. It's been tough for them. So we're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, we'll have second half action between the Hector Wildcats, Fordyce Redbugs. Fordyce leads 28-7, and we will be back here in just a moment.
Gen Z is a stall generation.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full time.
While I work full time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
We're back here at Paul Bear Bryant Stadium. It is Fordyce 28, Hector 7. Jared Huffman now joining me here as we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on around the state. You were telling me here you had something about Hazen and
Luke King goes 60 yards down to the 5 right before the end of the first half. Hazen and Bigelow. Not sure exactly the score up until that point, though. Hazen negative 21 yards in the first half.
I'm trying to pull us a score right now.
So
Des Arc leads Gurdon 34-0 at the half. Magnet Cove 21-0. Clarendon 40-0 there on Lafayette County. Poyne and Dirks 48-13.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Poen showed up or.
Wow. Mountain Pine over Rector 36-13.
I do believe the Quitman EPC was 12-7 EPC at half.
Bigelow 13, Hazen 0 at the half. And so you've then, of course, you've got 3A McGee. I know from down these parts, 21-7. People are probably interested in that
Easter
one.
is a animal.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So a lot of scores around the area. Of course, things are kind of winding down here. As, you know, each week we have a few less teams that are playing here. And, obviously right now, it looks like that Fordyce, unless things change, they're probably going to move on. But who knows? We still got some football to play.
Yeah, if the Wildcats can, they've moved the ball at times tonight. In my opinion, one thing that hurt was getting it down at the 12 and not punching it in. So you had a chance to really answer Fordyce. Wildcats take the lead. Fordyce gets the big, great return, and then 2 plays later punches it in. So that definitely kind of hurt, but the Wildcats got it. And on the first play, they cut. Mason Reed makes a man miss, gets down the sideline to the 12, and just unfortunately can't punch it in. So, Fordyce got the ball back, drove down, scored again, and Wildcats been trying to play catch up ever since. So I've liked what I've seen from the Wildcats. They've been fighting hard. They're playing hard. We
coming into tonight, we knew this is going to be a big task for us.
They're big, they're fast.
They're big, fast,
they're experienced.
Yeah. And we wanted a competitive game, and I kind of alluded to this earlier in the broadcast. Talked with Coach Cooper, been talking with him all week. And our boys ain't been scared all week.
No.
They've been upbeat. They've been of the mindset, we're going to come in here and we're going to give these guys a game, and hey, we're going to try to pull it out.
Yeah, I mean, if you really think of it, unfortunate there at the end of the half, the touchdown pass by Fordyce, but the Wildcats have had the Red Bugs on the ropes quite a few times tonight, so that's definitely been a bright spot, and kind of like me and you have talked about, this is a young team.
Yeah.
And you're missing a lot of seniors tonight. You got a freshman at linebacker.
We had one at nose guard.
Yeah, Matthew Finley was in at nose guard. So you're really starting to get to see what this team is going to look like next year.
Yeah. We talking about it earlier too. We got Wildcats have got 18 freshmen moving up. Junior high didn't have just a whole lot of.
They start turning it on right there towards the end.
Then they start turning it on. But those freshmen and these sophomores that we have actually went undefeated in conference last year, conference champions. So they know how to play together. They love to play together. I got to coach them in Pee Wee, and it was fun watching them play. So they've got a lot of football together.
Yeah, and even that junior class, Riley, Kaufman. Jackson was their quarterback.
Yeah. At one point, we were talking, me and Brad was talking, we had only 3 seniors on the field. 3 seniors. That was on offense.
Yeah.
So,
it definitely hurts to lose seniors.
Yeah.
Especially somebody like Tanner Graves. who's pouring it all on the field tonight. He's on the sideline down there where I'm at, trying to get the team upbeat. He made the big interception. He's had a couple great tackles. Butter Dixon. Hope isn't lost. Wildcats can make a couple plays. They've proven they can stop the Red Bugs.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely see how this second half goes. So I'm going to get back down to the sideline.
All right, guys.
Give this over back to Brad.
Hey, you'll have to turn your camera on.
Well, like we said before, we are doing a split broadcast here with Cat TV. Wildcat Nation there. We want to shout them out. Appreciate all the Hector folks, but also the Fordyce folks watching us. We got a whole host of Fordyce folks watching tonight. And
yeah, I appreciate them. Had a lot of comments from them last week on our Wildcat Nation page, so appreciate them tuning in with us. Hopefully we did a good job for you there at Hector.
Yeah, and I tell you what, impressive ball club here are the Red Bugs. I tell you, my very first encounter with the Fordyce Red Bugs was in 1992. Now, of course, I'm old. I mean, I'm just going to tell you, I'm old. Well, at least to some of you. Some of you, I'm not old. But that means I guess I'm in the middle, right? Isn't that how it works?
Yeah.
But 1992, when Fordyce came to Ozark and on a night that was quite a bit colder than this one, semifinal action to go to War Memorial Stadium. Fordyce Red Bugs came down, and Ozark beat them 14-12.
Wow!
And what a ball game! What a memory that was. And there's a lot of kids that are having those same memories here tonight. So here we go. Hector trying to onside kick, balls on the ground, but I think Fordyce has got it. They do.
And that was number 20, Lane Newport, kicking there for the Wildcats.
Kylan Davis on the recovery. So here we are now, 28-7. 21-point deficit here for Hector. 21-point lead for Fordyce. And, right now, if you're Hector, you want to try to stay out of that mercy rule. You want to stay away from that. Try to get yourself in a position that you can put yourself at least with some hope in the fourth quarter. A lot of it's going to have to do with this possession. You can't allow them to go down and score, go up 28. At that point, it's pretty much done.
And I'll point it out. Our lack of depth will probably, I hate to say it, may hurt us.
So we'll see how it goes as Fordyce comes out in the shotgun. And Merritt gets up, gains, what we got it there, about 7 yards. 7 yards on that play there. So second down and 3 for the Red Bugs. Merritt, he is a threat to run it for sure. Quick, runs that, I would call it a zone read, but it's zone read action, but it's not really a zone read. It's really kind of a play action run. Yeah. It's really what it boils down to. And so offset back is number 15. I don't even know if I want to give his name right now because
Sledge. I remember that.
Yeah, Sledge, but I've got Laquan Jackson here on the roster. Now, this is the second roster that I've got with the same name on it, so I'm hoping that somebody's got it right here. It looks like Fordyce is going to pick up the first down there. Well, first down, Fordyce. Is there an answer for Hector right now?
Got to stop the run.
Yeah. And I had some totals there. My computer, this old cold weather, drained that battery real quick on my computer, and so wasn't able. But I know that Fordyce was well over 100 yards in the first half rushing. There's Merritt again, and Fordyce just pushing the defensive line of Hector back. He gets all the way down to the 31, and that's going to, the 29. That's going to be enough for a first down. 10-yard gain there.
They're going to call it second down.
Okay. All right, so it's going to be second and the shortest of amounts that you could possibly have.
Yeah.
Merritt threw the touchdown pass there at the end of the half. Empty set here.
That little pitch again, and they've not got that all night.
No, they haven't, and they haven't called it right either. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. We're trying to They call it incomplete.
They call it now.
They call it incomplete. So they did get it. Incomplete pass. And it's, used to, you would see that's jet sweep action. And I think, who was it? Dana Holgerson came up with that as a pitch forward so that if the ball does hit the ground, it's an incomplete pass. It's a very smart play. Instead of handing it, you pitch it. If it goes down, it's an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
And so it's the same action. It's just a pass instead of a run now. So third down and short. Merritt going to take it off the left side. He thought he was going to get behind the line, but he picks up enough for the first down and much, much more. Gets down into the 10, the 5, touchdown! Merritt, Trey Merritt, 29 yards out. That's 34-7. And the defending 2A state champions are taking control of this ball game. Trey Merritt breaking several tackles there on the way to the end zone. And just like that, 34-7. It wasn't just a little bit. It was just a one touchdown game. I think with about 5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
And Hector was at the 12-yard line.
Hector was at the 12. But Hector scored, took the lead, and then it's been 28 straight from Fordyce, actually 29 if you count the two-point conversion. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week in just a moment.
Cheek Plumbing, Electric, Heating, and Cooling has been in business for over 50 years. Chuck Cheek is a third-generation owner who specializes in new construction and service work. Located at 103 Northeast 8th Street in Atkins, call 479-641-7992. Again, that's Cheek Plumbing, 479-641-7992. Cheek Plumbing is a proud supporter of the Atkins Red Devils right here on the Russellville Sports Network.
We're back here at Paul Bear Bryant Stadium, 35-7. Fordyce scored 29 straight, scored touchdowns on their last 3 possessions, has turned what was a very close, entertaining ball game into a borderline blowout at this point. And, right now for Hector, they've got to try to find a way to get down the field on the Red Bugs, or we're going to be in the mercy rule pretty quick. Hector picks it up, trying to get it up the field. They get across the 30 to the almost to the 40. Looks like about the 38-yard line is where Hector will start and begin this one. Who was that picked that one up?
That was number 10, Tanner Graves, one of our seniors.
Nice run by Graves. Put his foot in the ground, getting north and south there on that kickoff return. And 9:42 left here in the third quarter. And Hector's got to find an answer right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, if we could get that run game opened up a little bit, it might help the passing, but
it's just so hard when you've got, just look at the size of that defensive line right there. It's just
and they got 8, 9 there in the box.
Yeah, they're basically saying you're going to have to throw it over our heads, and that's what they're trying to do. That's Drake Riley. We got a pass interference. Now, Riley has been the one that has been able to get some offense going for the Wildcats. Again, they're going cover 0 at this point. They're going straight up man-to-man. They're not even playing a free safety at this point. They're making them throw it over the top. Drake Riley has taken advantage of that.
Yeah, and you also saw that, with Mason on that throw. He come out of the backfield and was having a man up on a linebacker was manned up on him. He just outrun the linebacker.
Okay, so I do see on this roster now we got a sledge right down here written at the bottom.
On the bottom.
There we go. So I found it. So we have 15-inch sledge. So there you go. Hey, I knew you knew that. Just so you know. I want you to know that. I know you knew. They go again. Up to the top.
Great play.
And that was Mason Reed that time.
I believe that was
Is it?
5, Landon Kaufman.
Landon Kaufman. And again, they're just saying, hey, throw a streak on us. You're either going to get it or you're not. Which, on one hand, for Fordyce is hey, they're banking on they're going to be able to sack him. But on the second hand, you're allowing Hector a chance, just giving them an open door here to possibly score, get themselves a chance. And again, Hector would be one stop away from getting themselves back in the ball.
They have no help. No help.
No,
back.
they're not even. they're not even making any bones about what they're doing. Nice job by Taylor getting up. He's going to get maybe one there, so it's going to be 3rd and 9 on the play. And that's something right there that Hector, I don't know if they can scheme it or not, but maybe a little quarterback draw action against the blitz. They might be able to do that, but again, we're kind of grasping at straws at this point. You know what I mean? To say what Hector can and can't do at this point, because Fordyce just been that dominant. So here we are, 3rd down and 9, ball on the 46-yard line. They're throwing it up top again. Nice. Oh,
he caught it!
Play.
What a catch!
What a play! There, is that right? Is that Riley?
That's Riley, Drake Riley.
Drake Riley has had one heck of a ball game.
He was laying on his back, tipped it up to him, back to himself.
Tell us a little bit about Drake Riley, the season he's had.
Oh, golly, man. Junior coming in this year, you put the ball around him, 9 times out of 10 he's going to catch it. He just had a phenomenal year.
Well, he's having a great game. They're lining him up at the tight end spot right now. Ball's on the ground. Reed picks it up, and he's smothered, and we got another flag. And I
think that's on the sideline.
Look, that's what he got. Let's see if they're going to give him is it going to be a warning, or is it going to be an actual unsportsmanlike?
It was on the one of the players.
Okay, so they're going to give him a
sideline warning.
Don't know what was said, but it came out pretty quick, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
8 minutes and 13 seconds left to play. 2nd down and forever for Hector right now. After the botched snap, that was a sideline warning, so no penalty on the play. Next time it will be unsportsmanlike conduct. 2nd down and 17. Taylor calling for the snap. He gets it going up top.
Got it to Riley.
There's Riley again. They lined him up at tight end. That's a great call by the coaches there. Line him up at tight end. Get him on a linebacker. He's going to win that battle. He's winning a lot of battles tonight. And that one is good for first. And is that going to be 1st and goal? I think it is. That one's good for 22 yards right there. And, like I said, when you're running that cover 0, 35-7, I know, right now Fordyce is probably going to win this ball game, but you're giving just the slightest of open doors there.
You keep giving the team confidence.
Well, it's not necessary. Well, it is that, but it's also the quickness in which they could possibly score against that. Riley going up the middle, nothing going there.
It's Taylor.
That's right, Taylor on the keeper. And that's going to be, what are they going to give it to him here?
2-yard gain.
2-yard gain, maybe. Now 1-yard gain, ball on the 7-yard line. But again, you allow them to, if you let them score quick, that's the thing. I mean, of course, they're not really just moving it down the field that quickly, but quick enough, I guess. Picking up some chunk plays. Taylor sees something he don't like. He's going to take a timeout. We're going to take it with him. 6:49 to play. Fordyce 35, Hector 7. We'll be back here in just a moment with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week.
Your family is your most prized possession. You want to take care of them. You want to give them the very best. And when it comes to choosing a pharmacy, you'll want someone who knows your name and understands both you and your way of life. At Rose Drug, they will take care of your family just like you were their own. They'll be someone that you can trust with the ones that you love the most. That's Rose Drug in Russellville. Call 968-1323 today.
We're back here at Fordyce at Paul Bear Bryant Stadium. 6 minutes and 49 seconds to go here. And my wife just said, streaming looks good, babe. I appreciate that. I can't get my wife to watch anything I do, so I'm glad. So, hi, wife.
She tuned in for Wildcat Nation.
Right, there you go. That's it. She is part of the Hector community out there. She's a praise and worship leader there at Hector First Assembly of God. So we do appreciate that, and I'm sure my kids are getting a chance to hear Dad. If you hear me, kids, I love you. So just so you know that, I hope I get some hearts and some hugs there. Here we go. 2nd down and goal at the 7-yard line. Motion man comes to the right. Taylor looking. Off to the right, and that is number 3. Who is that?
P.J. Henderson.
P.J. Henderson. I don't have the numbers in front of me anymore. I do have Fordyce's roster here with 6:35 to play. I've got that, so I'm depending on Matt to tell me the Hector guys. And so here we go. Taylor looking at the sideline. Hector looking at the sideline. Big play right here. Really need to make some positive yardage. No room for field goals at this point. Really need touchdowns if you're Hector. Try to stay in this game. Try to stay out of the mercy rule. Get some confidence, if nothing else, moving into next year. And that's what Hector's trying to do. Motion man goes off to the right-hand side. They're throwing the fade. That's Riley. That's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Wildcats. Oh, got a flag.
Oh, what are they going to call it? Are they going to call a push-off there?
Pass interference on.
Offensive pass interference. Got him on the push-off.
But
the only thing that I would say, is there might have been one at the half down here, but, they got that one. Didn't get the other one, but, that's just part of it. 6:03 to go now. That's going to wipe the touchdown off the board. And, boy, that's a tough one for Hector because they're having enough trouble as it is getting positive things going. So P.I. going to back it up, and it's going to be a long one here. Long one. So 3rd down and now 22, which really is 3rd and goal from the 22. 6:03 remaining. Hector just needs some positive yardage at this point. So dropping back, nowhere to go, and he's going to be sacked. That was a big play there by Fordyce, and that's Alonzo Williams, class president, Alonzo Williams. Big time play right there by Mr. Williams. And your touchdown goes from 6 points to 4th and forever. And it looks like Hector's going to punt it. Interesting. I'd like what we could do here. I don't know if they have the same rules in the NFL, the old drop kick, the Doug Flutie drop kick right now. So, Hector, they're back. We got a timeout. Timeout. Hector a little bit confused on what's going on. 5 minutes and 17 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter play. 35-7 is your score. We'll be back here in just a moment with the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week.
There comes a time in all of our lives when we need the help of legal services. Well, let Leah Jacobs at Heirloom Legal at 425 North Church Street in Atkins be your go-to when you are needing assistance. If you're needing a will or a trust, maybe you're helping an elder parent with Medicaid issues, or planning on opening a brand new business, maybe you have another legal need. Jacobs can help you plan your next step. That's Heirloom Legal, helping families build and protect their legacy through estate, elder, and business planning. Call 501-819-2553, and walk-ins are welcome.
Back here at Paul Bear Bryant Stadium. Danny Harshaw watching all the way in Colorado. We want to say we appreciate you watching here on the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week. Your daddy has put this thing together, just so you know. He's done a great job. We appreciate Bill. Bill's not with us this time.
I really appreciate everything Bill has done for us, our Wildcat Nation. He's really helped us out a lot this year, and appreciate it, Bill.
We do. And so here we are, 4th down and goal. We got a cover 5 going up. They're going to throw it up for grabs. Nothing happening there. Ball's knocked away. And, you just don't have too many plays for 4th down and 30, especially against a team that's faster and stronger than you are. And at this point, 35-7, if one more score, and we're going to have a running clock. But we'll see what happens. So we can't give touchdowns away before they happen. So we'll see how this goes. But I'll tell you what, this Fordyce team, got to give them a lot of credit. They're going to be a tough out.
They are.
In the 2A playoffs. We'll get down into the bracket here in just a moment. But right now, up 35-7. Fordyce really looking at a chance to put this one to bed. So now it looks like they're going to come out in the I formation. The I formation to them has probably been their most effective so far tonight. Handoff goes up the middle. That's Walker. I don't know who their most effective back has been. They've had so many just big-time players, and, of course, Merritt's been effective on the ground as well. That's going to be a 2nd down and 5 here for the Red Bugs.
I do want to say number 3, I think that was Balin.
That was Beelan.
Beelan.
Yes.
Hope he's all right. I saw him earlier. He was limping around. He's standing over on the sideline without his helmet on, so he's a great-looking back. Hopefully he's good.
Well, they've got an embarrassment of riches of kids that can run the football.
Yeah.
That is for sure. And that is Walker. He's across the 30 down to the 25, the 20. He delivers a blow, gets all the way down to about the 14-yard line. And that is a big play there. And we got a man down for Hector. Is he going to be able to get up? Looks like he is. Who is that?
That is Christian Finley.
Christian Finley getting up off the ground. Good job there. Gets down to the 13-yard line. So that is a gain of 50. 50-yard gain there for Walker. And, again, we just talked about the guys that they have to be able to run the football. You've got such a good-sized offensive line. And, again, we saw Clarendon a couple weeks back. I'll tell you what, I'll pay to see that matchup right there. If there's a Clarendon-Fordyce matchup, again, this would be part 2. I mean, you just talk about the big and the fast. They both have it. I'm looking forward to – I'll be looking forward to seeing that one. That's Walker picking up the touchdown, and he's got it. And that is – so we got Jairique Walker that picked up the 50-yard gain, and we got Jacoby Walker for the touchdown. And that's going to be 41-7 with 4:03 left here. Point after touchdown pending. So 4 minutes, 3 seconds. Fordyce ready to kick. Here's the kick. It's up. It's good. We're going to go to a quick break. 42-7 is your score. Fordyce in control. And we'll be back with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week in just a moment.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services in good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, rural homebuyers, agribusinesses, and rural infrastructure providers.
As cooperatives, we're locally owned and governed. We help agricultural producers feed the world. For America's farmers, Farm Credit, supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
So after this kickoff, looks like there'll be a continuous running clock. 42-7 is your score. Fordyce has scored, 36 straight, I believe, 36 straight here, and has looked every bit of the contender that we thought that they would look like here in the 2A playoffs. And Hector trying to,
Tanner.
Yep, nice job there. Tell you what, one thing I will say about Hector right now, they're not going to lay down. They're not going to quit. And that's what you can say for Hector as a community. This is something that is bred into these guys.
Pretty good crowd over there.
Hector is a football town, guys. If you don't know, get a chance to go watch a game at Hector. It's a very unique experience. And I tell you what, I've had family that has been associated with Hector now for almost 30 years and even longer than that. And I can tell you, they take a lot of pride in that Wildcat blue.
Yeah, we do. We love our football.
So here we are, continuous running clock, handoff, gets up the middle, and that's going to be
number 6, Mason Reed.
Mason Reed back again. That's a man that's playing with an injured arm, last game of his career.
Yep.
Here again, talk about pride, talk about effort. Nice job by Reed. He just says, basically, I don't have nothing to lose at this point. I'm going to make it happen.
That's right.
So 2nd down and 9 on the 1-yard gain. Very few positive runs for Hector. They've been able to pick up a few things through the air. But, you got to try to make them open it up. Fordyce just basically saying, you're not going to beat us. We're going to run cover 0, and that's what they've been doing for quite a while now. And he is snowed under. And, again, that was number 24, Carmelo Allen, a sophomore. Every time I see that 24 flash across, I think that's a sophomore. My goodness. Again, big and fast. It's hard to beat in football.
Oh, it is, yeah. He reminds me a lot of, looking at him, Malik Chavis from Rising, big, tall.
A lot of good athletes down here. Little bubble screen. The ball comes out. Fordyce going to fall on it. They have it. Now Fordyce.
Oh, we got a flag.
Oh, what do we got here? Let's see what we got.
I believe we're going to have roughing the passer, possibly. That's exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly what. So Hector's going to keep the ball after the turnover.
Wow.
So roughing the passer is going to march it out. Going to be enough for a first down. Hector's going to keep it. Clock winding down, 1:24 and counting. Here in the third quarter of play. Fordyce going to move on.
I'd like to give a big shout out to our seniors this year. You guys have done us proud this year.
You know what? I don't think that there was a lot of expectations with Hector this year. Nice job by Reed getting outside. Looks like he's going to have enough for a first down. We'll see where they mark it out of bounds at. But not a lot of expectations for Hector this season. It is a first down. They're moving the chains. Interim coach.
Yeah.
You know, very young team, one of the youngest teams that you guys have filled in quite some time.
Yeah.
And, you know, kudos to them. You know, probably not a lot of people thought that they would, if they made the playoffs, that they'd actually win a game in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, you know, we were picked 5th coming into the season to finish in our conference. Gave Bigelow a pretty good game the first half. You know, they went in 14-0 there at half on us. We probably should have been winning that game or at least tied. But the Achilles heel that we've really had this year is getting down in the red zone, as we've proved tonight. Getting down in the red zone and just not being able to capitalize. You know, I talked about Drake earlier, catching everything that, you know, it's thrown his way, and we had a 4th and goal, and they threw it to Drake in the end zone, and probably one of the only drops he's had all year.
So we're going to stay right here, and I'm going to give you just a little bit of kind of thoughts here. So you got Magnet Cove and Mark Tree. I believe the score was Magnet Cove was winning in the second quarter 21-0. So Magnet Cove looking like they're in a good spot there. And of course, that would kind of stay along with what we thought. So now it looks like you're going to have a Magnet Cove Fordyce matchup. It's going to be a good one. Next week. Clarendon Lions, they're moving on. They were up 40-0. They're already probably in a running clock at this point. Quitman and East Poinsett County. We need to check a score on that one. The really Will Litton guy that big time player for Quitman has been fantastic over the last 2 years. Poen was putting hurting on Dirks. Bigelow was up on Hazen, and so you might have a Poen-Bigelow matchup. That's not two teams not too far away from
Final,
each other.
McCrory beats Mount out 36-7.
McCrory, another team that's big time. Mason Reed gets the handoff, gets outside. He's going to get up, looks like about 6 yards there, maybe 7. And then you got Desark Gurdon. I think Desark was in a pretty good spot there, 42-6. So they're in a running clock situation there at Desark. Probably by the time we get that score, it's probably over. Now there's one to watch. Hazen 14, Bigelow 13. Right now we'll be watching that score as we keep going here. 11 minutes and 25 seconds to go. Taylor looking at the sideline. He's calling for the snap. Got a party going on here at Fordyce. Hand off to Reed, and he is stuck. He is stuck by Alonzo Williams. Big time play there by Alonzo. And here we go. Hector, that 4th and 6. really playing for pride at this point. Final 42-14, Des Arc over Gurdon. That means the Des Arc Eagles move on, where I started school at, Des Arc, Arkansas.
Okay.
So Taylor back to punt. He kicks it end over end. I don't know if he's trying to kick it at somebody. But that one doesn't get too many positive yards there. Fordyce will take over. We're going to try to give you as many updates as we can give you here as 2A playoffs continue to move. It looks like Poland will move on.
Yep.
5:07 left in the third with Hazen and Bigelow.
Well, the end of third now.
End of the third now. So that one's one to watch for sure. As time getting short. Number one Bigelow. Number one Bigelow. Interesting. Always something happens that's screwy throughout the playoffs. You know, you just think, well, we know this one's going to move on, and then all of a sudden, hey, it didn't happen. Yeah. So I'll tell you what, that Keithlin Brown, he's hard to handle.
He's
that's for sure.
Watch.
Fast.
But you know, their running back Hunter Alexander just almost as good as he is.
Yep. Handoff goes to Sledge, I believe. That's my guy, Sledge, right there, right?
Yeah.
I guess
I think we've caught him almost the whole roster tonight.
That's right. No kidding. We've got 2 different rosters and had 2 different sets of names on them, and oh goodness. But anyway, 9 minutes coming up here in the fourth quarter. We'll try to keep you updated. 2A third round coming up next week. Arkansas Sports Network will be taking the Thanksgiving weekend off, though. And hopefully we'll be bringing you a semifinal matchup from somewhere. I don't know where it'll be. We'll be keeping our eye on that. 2A, 3A, 4A probably. We'll be definitely keeping our eye on that. Maybe Mr. Blair Cartwright, the AAA, will let us come about it. Who knows? I might just bring Matt Huffman with us.
Hey, I'm up for it.
8.5 minutes to go now. Fordyce, they're having a party right now. You got the band playing. I've seen some people have their cell phones out, have their lights on. Everybody's having a good time. When you win, you win. That's what Sam Pittman says. When you win, you win.
Yes,
right?
sir.
And here we go. Hey, what do you think about that Razorback game tomorrow?
You know what? Anything can happen. It's the SEC, man.
I'll tell you what. Now, I ain't saying Arkansas is going to win the game by any means. In fact, if you watch, we actually have a Razorback podcast called The Razor Wire that you can watch every Thursday. And I picked Arkansas to lose the game, but I will tell you, there's probably not been a chance that Arkansas's had any better than what they have going into this ball game in a long time. I would feel a lot better if it was in Fayetteville.
Oh, yeah.
Tuscaloosa is a tall task to go down there, but kind of like the Hector Wildcats in some way, this Razorback team's not going to go lay down.
No.
And that's what you like. That's what you like. And outside, that's the Mr. Walker, Jacoby Walker, the senior. So we got Jairique Walker's a junior. Jacoby's a senior. And again, just an embarrassment of riches for Fordyce and kids that are able to run the football. We come up on the 7-minute mark again. Thank you for watching this with us. Cat TV, 42 Sports, Russellville Sports Network, and the Arkansas Sports Network. We do appreciate you joining us here tonight. It's been a fun one. Honestly been a fun 42-7 ball game. I know that it's not the way I know for you, Matt, that you wanted it to turn out, but it's been a lot of big plays and a lot of things happening.
Well, the first half, only 28-7. Hector, for a quarter and a half, they gave them a ball game.
Yeah, they did.
They gave them a ball game.
I mean, Hector was up 7-6 at one point. Didn't really expect to ever say that. Ratavius Walker on the carry, by the way.
Yeah.
We got fourth down and 3. He got 11 on the board. 4th and 3 here. 6 minutes and 28 seconds left.
Brad, and if y'all want to see some good basketball this year, tune in on Wildcat Nation. Our senior girls this year,
I'm watching.
They are something special. That's gonna be a team right there.
Contender for 2A state title, I believe.
I will call that. Yeah,
I believe that. Sledge picks up the first down on 4th down. I think that they've got a chance to be a 2A contender. Hector's been able to get to the state finals a few times in basketball,
Yep.
the boys and the girls side. One of the best teams ever to play 2A basketball was in 2002 when the Hector Wildcats faced off against the Poen Indians. 39-0 Poen beat Hector twice that year, both on last-second shots.
Yep.
Once in the state finals, once in the regional finals. The late Ron Crawford, basketball aficionado, said that those teams could have won the 4A and 5A tournament. That's how good they were. They were fantastic. A lot of fun to watch. The all-time leading three-point shooter in college basketball history went to Hector.
Hector, Mr. Brandon Cole.
Mr. Brandon Cole. And then there was a man named Andrew Stanek that played their 6'6" shooting guard that could knock the eyes out of a three-pointer.
From half court.
It was unbelievable.
I believe he actually, I think in the regional game, didn't we go into overtime from a half-court shot?
Well, I think what you're thinking of is the state finals. He almost hit the half-court shot to send it to overtime.
Okay.
It rimmed out.
Yep.
It rimmed out. It was a fun game. I believe the final score was 70-67 in overtime, if I'm not mistaken. 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Here is Fordyce is moving on. And that's a load to tackle there, Mr. Harrison, Ratavius Harrison. I mean, that's a load.
I want to give a shout-out to also to Fordyce. They've been, the staff here, they've been pretty accommodating to us.
We appreciate that, yes. You know, we're out here kind of in the middle of nowhere, but we've been able to put out a decent stream at least, I would think. And we do appreciate everybody that has joined us tonight. We also appreciate the AAA for allowing us to come down here and shoot this ball game. It's been a lot of fun here.
It has been a blast.
It's been a lot of fun here. Duran and Jared down on the sidelines. We appreciate those guys. Trey and Justin up there in the booth producing. Bill watching from home. Everybody's had a hand in this one. I say from home, from Colorado.
Yeah. This is something that's kind of been in the works maybe all year.
Yeah.
We've all been kind of collaborating back and forth. And
well, if we do it again, I'll let somebody else call it. I'll let Jared, maybe Jared and Duran can call the next one, all right? 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go now, 42-7 still. Let's see if we can check some scores real quick. Get me a reload here. Coming up on 3 minutes to play. Marion Benton in a halftime tussle. Nobody cares about that right here, though. We're talking 2A. Woo, cross it up 38-14 at Ozark. Center point up in the fourth quarter. Hazen still, we got 14-13. You're probably checking the thread there.
Yeah.
East Poinsett County up 20-14 on Quitman in the fourth. Magnet Cove going to move on. 34-8 over Mark Tree. That's not quite final yet, unless
Hazen 16, Bigelow 12.
Woo!
And that's still going.
It's still going. We got, 10 minutes left in the fourth, right?
Yep.
I know the Bigelow people are on pins and needles right now.
Poen over Dirks, 48-27. That is final.
All right. Dirks, were they undefeated coming into that game?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
They were at the top of the bracket. They won their conference, so they got the bye. Poen went down there and won that one pretty big. Coming up on a minute and a half here. Wing T. Harden on the carry. It's gotten colder out here, has it not?
It has.
I mean, it has gotten colder. I went and bought some nice warm clothes. Hands are a little bit achy now because it's getting a little cold.
Well,
this feels like playoff football, though.
All of mine are packed up. I'm leaving in the morning for Missouri.
Yeah.
Going deer hunting. So all mine are packed up. So
yeah.
Kind of.
And it's going to be cold.
Yes, it is.
Going to be cold up there. Handoff goes off to the right-hand side. And that is Marquise Roper. Marquise Roper on the carry there as we come up on a minute. Fordyce, congratulations. You will move on to the third round of the state tournament.
And good luck.
Magnet Cove.
You always get beat, whenever you get beat in the playoffs, you always want that team to win it out because, then you can say, hey, I lost to the state champions.
That's it. So Magnet Cove is going to be the opponent. I guess it's going to be at Magnet Cove, I believe, because they're on the top of the bracket. Now, I may be wrong about that.
Are they a 1 seed?
Well, I believe they are, yes.
Okay.
I believe they are. So we'll take a look at that. We're about 25 seconds away here as looks like we've ran our last play of the ball game. Fordyce is going to go to the sideline again, 42-7 for Paul Bear Bryant Stadium.
Great-looking football team.
Absolutely. They're going to be a contender here, but I'll tell you what, next week's matchup is going to be a fun one. But we're going to let the two teams shake hands. Let's go to a break. We'll bring it back, wrap it up here. Again, final score, Fordyce 42, Hector 7. And we'll be back here to wrap it up from Paul Bear Bryant Stadium.
Nothing came easy, but with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot, because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise, to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson. During the Great Depression, nothing came easy, but with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot, because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise, to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services in good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, rural homebuyers, agribusinesses, and rural infrastructure providers.
As cooperatives, we're locally owned and governed. We help agricultural producers feed the world. For America's farmers, Farm Credit, supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
Your family is your most prized possession. You want to take care of them. You want to give them the very best. And when it comes to choosing a pharmacy, you'll want someone who knows your name and understands both you and your way of life. At Rose Drug, they will take care of your family just like you were their own. They'll be someone that you can trust with the ones that you love the most. That's Rose Drug in Russellville. Call 968-1323 today.
We're back here at Paul Bear Bryant Stadium as we're wrapping things up on the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week. The Hector Wildcats fall to the Fordyce Redbucks, 42-7. Just an impressive performance, really, when you come down to it, by the Redbucks. And they're the two-time defending state champions for a reason.
Yeah.
And I think there's some people that say, well, Fordyce is down this year. They're not quite as good as they have been in the past. That might be true, but at the same time, they're still a threat to win it all.
Yes, they are. Like I said, great-looking football team. They have a locker room full of running backs.
Yes.
I believe they had 4 or 5 that touched the ball, and they could run.
They could. They sure could. And it was an impressive performance by their offensive line, defensive lines as well. And, there's not very many teams, in my opinion, that they're going to be able to hold up to that on the 2A level. There are some, though. I'll tell you what, if we get a Fordyce Clarendon matchup in the semis, I would like to. I'm going to say, Mr. AAA, if you can, let's come down here and do that again.
I'd like to come do that one for you.
I'd like to be a part of that one. We'll see what happens. But we do appreciate everybody that is joining us. Again, we try to give you a few stats here, or a few scores, I should say, to try to keep you updated. I know that right now the game that everybody's looking at is the Bigelow Panthers, down 16-12 right now to Hazen. Hazen coming out of that 6-2A with Clarendon, with Desark. And those 3 teams right now are all looking good to move on into the final 8 of the 2A. So that is a massive, massive deal there going on. We'll see if it ends up holding. Number 1 team in 2A by everybody is Bigelow. We'll see if that ends up holding up. But for right now, we're going to say so long. Again, thank you for watching the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week. Once again, final score from Paul Bear Bryant Stadium. It was Fordyce 42, Hector 7, and we'll be back soon.
Brad?
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you for Matt, and again, and Jared, and Duran, and Justin, Trey, and again, Bill. I definitely enjoyed having Matt along. This has been a fun split broadcast here with Cat TV, and again on the Russellville Sports Network and 42 Sports. We want to thank Mr. Alan Russell for allowing us to be on that as well. So anyway, we're going to wrap it up here once again from Paul Bear Bryant Stadium, 42-7. Final score, Fordyce moves on into the 2A quarterfinals, and we'll be back very soon with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week.
Gen Z is a stall generation.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.